Did Ruger hit the mark with the relaunch of the Marlin 336 Trapper? Stay with us as we take a closer look at this short-barreled 30-30 lever action rifle. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. So today on the bench, we've got one of the new Ruger-made Marlin 336 Trappers. And this is chambered in the ever-popular 30-30 Winchester. And the reason I say the Ruger-made Marlins is because if you weren't aware, in 2020, Ruger bought Marlin firearms from the then bankrupt Remington Firearm Company. So this is one of the new ones that was just recently re-released to the market. So to just give you some background on the Marlin 336 rifle as a whole, the 336 rifle was first introduced in 1948. And since that time, there have been over 4 million units of the 336 rifle produced, which has made it one of the most popular selling rifles of all time. And due to the classic styling and reliable use of the Marlin 336, it's just an incredibly popular rifle for a lot of different reasons. So as we look at these new Ruger-made Marlin lever-action rifles, as I mentioned, they acquired Marlin in 2020, and since that time, Ruger has gone through and kind of retooled some of the manufacturing processes on these classic Marlin lever-action firearms. They started with the model 1895 rifle, so you see a lot of those 4570s have already hit the market in early 2021, and then they have since then moved on to the 336 platform. And so the 336 Classic was reintroduced in 2023, and now in 2024, Ruger and Marlin have relaunched the 336 Trapper, which is the short-barreled sibling of the 336 Classic. So that's kind of the first thing that we'll show you on this rifle is obviously it's got an incredibly short barrel there. This is just a 16-inch cold hammer forged stainless steel barrel there. And one of the things you notice on the end here is there is a thread protector cap there. So this rifle is threaded, and so you can change this out and put a muzzle brake on there or even a suppressor if you wanted. But that's one of the cool features of these new Marlin 336s is that threaded barrel. So obviously a popular feature there. Some of the other things as we look at this rifle, you'll notice it's got a bead blasted satin stainless steel finish on it, so it's kind of got a matte look to it. So if you've seen the SBL models, they're the polished stainless steel. This has kind of got its inspiration from being a popular guide gun in Alaska and things, where that matte finish is great for a low glare. Other things that are unique about this rifle on this Marlin 336 is this has the Skinner sights on it. So if you come in and look at that, it's even stamped right there on the receiver where it says Skinner Trapper. So this is a receiver mounted peep sight with the peep on the rear, and then it's got a white painted blade front sight on there, as you can see. And I'll be honest, I'm more used to the traditional iron sights on lever action firearms. So this was my first time ever even pulling one up with the Skinner sights. And I will say I have been pleasantly surprised with that rear peep sight. I didn't know how I would like it, but as they mentioned, it's great for a quick target acquisition. And I have to agree, it feels really natural when you pull it up. So obviously with that short barrel, you can pull up and get on a game animal really quickly there. And that Skinner sight feels really natural. So I think it's a good fit for this particular rifle there. Other things on here, so this rifle has a black laminate stock, as you can see here. One thing they did change from the previous Marlins that were made under Remington was they changed some of the checkering on here. And this is a really nice sharp checkering pattern. So you can really get a good grip on this rifle. Some of the other things that you'll notice here too, they did have a laser engraved Marlin horse and rider logo there on the grip. And then let me move this sling strap out of the way. Another longtime popular Marlin feature was the black and white bullseye that they always had on their firearms. And since Ruger has taken over, they have changed that to a red and white bullseye dot there. So kind of a neat little feature. Other things that designate these as a Ruger-made Marlin is the serial number. So the serial number on any of the Ruger-made Marlins are going to start with RM as stamped on the receiver there. Some of the other features that are kind of commonplace on these Marlin lever action rifles is the oversized loop handle there, which is great for if you're trying to get in there with gloves and things. Another thing that they changed on the kind of the relaunch of this rifle was they now have a spiral fluted bolt in there, so you can kind of see that. Really nice smooth action on there. And this also right now just has the standard hammer on it. If you're going to put a scope on one of these, it does come with the offset hammer spur that you can put on here. That way if your scope is coming over the back of the hammer, sometimes it can be kind of awkward to get your thumb in there. So they actually bring that with the firearm if you want to use that offset hammer spur there. Other things on this, you'll notice it did come with factory swivel studs on there. And I just put on this Sandstorm rifle sling made out of paracord here. It was kind of a black and gray to complement the black laminate stock there. But it makes an excellent all-around rifle. Just due to the short barrel nature, this makes a great brush gun because you can certainly swing that barrel around and get on game really quickly. It also makes a great truck gun just due to that short nature there. It's not very tall. It only weighs in at 7.1 pounds, so it's a really light rifle. But I am looking forward to using this exact rifle this deer season in Nebraska, which is coming up here in just a couple of weeks. So a lot of our deer stands that we have set up on our property, I would say the majority of our shots are inside of 100 yards. So a little lever action rifle like this is just perfect for us. And I'm really looking forward to getting some rounds through this. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and hopefully you'll see me in a couple weeks with a nice Nebraska buck using this Marlin 336 Trapper. Thanks for watching.